Inside the AHSAA, your weekly look at Alabama prep athletics. Brought to you by Russell Athletic, Wilson, Team IP, Cadence Bank, Coca-Cola, Encore Rehabilitation, Farmers Insurance, and AL.com.
Welcome to Inside the AHSAA. I'm your host, Luke Robinson. This week we'll be taking you through everything going on in the world of Alabama high school athletics.
Haley High School senior quarterback Tanner Ivey has seen some highs and lows in his high school prep football career for the Lions. As a sophomore starting quarterback and linebacker, he broke his hand in a game that saw Fayette County head coach Walden Tucker become the state's all-time career wins leader. As a junior, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, said his dad, Mike Ivey, and lost a lot of weight as he continued to play the dual role of quarterback and linebacker. This season, however, new head coach Mike Heaton introduced a new offensive scheme that would spread the field and allow Ivey and his teammates to throw the football more. Heaton also decided to take Ivey off his linebacker post and use him only when necessary on defense as an additional defensive back. Friday night, that strategy came to full fruition as Ivey completed 24 of 38 passes for 496 yards and 6 touchdowns as the Lions defeated Priceville 68-37. Leading only 42-28 at the half, Ivey and his teammates outscored the Bulldogs 26-0 in the third quarter. Finally, the senior departed with 1:32 remaining in the period to earn AHSAA prep spotlight for Week 7. Tanner was injured the week before against Brooks, said Heaton. We had made up our minds that we would spread the field and throw a little more. Tanner has worked so hard, is a great leader, and it just all kind of came together. It was an incredible performance by him and our offense. He's a tough kid and probably didn't throw for 500 yards in either of the 2 previous seasons. He's now 104 for 169 on the year for 1,563 yards and 15 touchdowns. He's only thrown 4 interceptions. The 496 yards passing ranks 9th all-time and is the top single-game performance in the state this season. The record of 565 yards was set by Chris Smelley of American Christian in the Class 1A semifinals in 2005. 7 other 500-yard-plus performances have also been recorded in the AHSAA record books. Ivey's favorite target was Matt Smith, a 5'6" receiver with 5 catches for 117 yards and 2 TDs. Ben Richards also had a 79-yard reception. Dakota Rushing had a 67-yarder. Colby Roberts hauled in a 2-yarder, and Brody Sherrill raced 41 yards for another score. Ironically, Ivey's only pass interception was returned for a touchdown by Priceville. Haleyville finished with 625 total yards. Ivey's performance edged out a strong defensive effort by Cedar Bluff. The Tigers limited Donahoe to minus 48 yards rushing in a 53-9 win. The rushing total was the best defensive effort in the state since Greensboro limited Uniontown to minus 67 yards to set a state record in 1977. Levi Mintz supplied the offense by completing 17 of 23 pass attempts for 327 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also rushed for another score. In other top performances reported last weekend, Mitch Stoltz of Hamilton, the senior quarterback, was 13 of 14 for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed for another 45 yards and 2 scores and added 8 tackles and 2 interceptions on defense as the Aggies beat Winfield 58-21. Stoltz returned one of his picks for a touchdown. With the performance, he moves within 512 yards of the AHSAA career all-purpose yardage record. Hamilton plays at Winston County this Friday night. Christian Jones of Hackleburg. The Panthers' freshman running back ran for 351 yards and 4 TDs on 26 carries in a 40-16 win over Phillips. Nick Mullins of Spain Park. He completed 40 of 46 passes for 322 yards and 3 TDs in a 34-13 win over Oak Mountain. He had a string of 9 consecutive completions and another string of 12 straight, and his 40 completions set a new Class 6A record and ranked 2nd all-time for all AHSAA classes. Cody O'Toole of Aniana. The quarterback was 19 of 25 for 308 yards with 4 touchdowns, upping his season total to 1,600 yards and 25 touchdowns, as the unbeaten Redskins beat Fairview 59-21. Adarius Stewart of Fultondale. The Wildcats quarterback led Fultondale to a 59-36 win over Vincent with 233 yards and 5 touchdowns on 25 carries. He also passed for his 6th TD and intercepted a pass in the end zone to prevent a Yellow Jacket score. His TD runs covered 34, 15, 1, 37, and 3 yards. Stewart connected with Christopher Lewis on a 55-yard TD and finished 2 of 7 for 60 yards.
We'll be back with more Inside the AHSAA in just a moment.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, Sign Source can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. Sign Source.
Customer service continues to be priority number one for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts have never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
The AHSAA's high school volleyball teams open play Thursday with 96 area tournaments across the state, 16 in each classification. The winner and runner-up in each area will advance to the AHSAA's first ever Super Regional Playoffs, which follow on October 26th through the 27th at Montgomery's Crampton Bowl Multiplex and Huntsville's Von Braun Center. 96 schools will be playing at each site, with the top 4 finishers in each classification advancing to Birmingham's Crossplex the following week for the Elite 8 state tournament. The Elite 8 will begin with a quarterfinal and semifinal matches on Wednesday, October 31st, and the finals on Thursday, November 1st. Bayside Academy will be going for its 11th straight crown. The Lady Admirals won Class 2A state championships from 2002 to 2007 and the Class 3A state title the last 4 years. Other defending champions include Huntsville in Class 6A, St. Paul's in Class 5A, Gunnersville in Class 4A, Providence Christian in Class 2A, and finally Donahoe in Class 1A. Check out your favorite volleyball team this week. Be sure to follow AHSAA News on Twitter at AHSAA Updates.
That's going to do it for Inside the AHSAA. Thanks so much for being with us this week. Hope to see you next week on Inside the AHSAA.